Well, good morning, everyone, team. Welcome back to the sessions. Let
Good
me
morning,
start
sir.
today. Yeah, good morning, Balu. Let me start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly, team. So as I told you yesterday, every day we will be starting the session by sharp 7 a.m. team. So please join by sharp 7 o'clock every day without delay, team. So today, let us start the session for today, team. Last 2 days, we had demos in this Oracle HCM cloud applications team, right? So these are the things that we covered as part of our demos team, right? Introduction to the application, Fusion application, evaluation overview, then types of companies involved, then Fusion environment releases, how that happening in the system. Then what are the modules that we have in this entire HCM cloud application? Like what comes under the functional side, what comes under the technical, right, team? And then we have also discussed what are the types of roles that market currently looking for in this domain, right, team? So these all things on day one we discussed. And in yesterday's session, I have introduced to you Oracle's knowledge repository and Oracle certification process team. How to access standard Oracle delivered documents in the internet, where we have to browse, where we can get. And also, when it comes to quarterly upgradation, every quarter when Oracle upgrading their application, what are the release notes that Oracle giving us to upfront to access the new functionalities that Oracle bringing in the system team? How to access that release notes? These all things we have covered in our yesterday's session team. And then I also introduced yesterday what are the different naming conventions or the jargons or the terminologies that we should be referring the Fusion applications team. Correct? We take an example as a Tata Group as our client. And when any customer or the client buy the product from Oracle, how the application will be delivered. Cloud-based deployment model means what I explained you, team. And how the Fusion applications look and feel will be there, right? So that we have seen in our yesterday's session. And also I introduced it to you what are the different naming convention, jargons or the terminologies that we should be referring the Fusion applications in the real-time companies that I have explained you, team. And important point that I told you yesterday, what was that, team? Whenever you working in the real-time projects, how you can identify which client product is what? I mean to say, which client's environment is what? How you will be understanding, team? I told you within the URL or the instance, there will be these 4 characters pod number. There will be this 4 characters pod number that will differentiate, team. That is this one. Client to client in their environment, by looking at that 4 characters pod number, you can identify which client application is what I told you, team. Correct? So these things we have discussed in our yesterday's session, team. And also I logged in into the Fusion system and just I have walked through some basic home screen functionalities in the Fusion application, team. So today, let me go through that basic home screen functionalities, what we left out yesterday. And then I'm going to start today with the very first module in the system, that is security administration, team. See, any project implementation you go in the real-time team. The training, how I'm going to conduct now. I mean to say the sequencing, the pattern, which to be started first, then what next, then what next. The same way in the real-time projects also you will be working, team. I won't be starting directly going to compensation. That is not the correct approach of learning, team. Or directly if I start with HCM integrations team, inbound integrations, or if I directly start with outbound, you can't understand what is the subject is about. We should have a systematic approach team. When you're learning something, you should come from A, B, C, D, E. Directly, if you go to Z or K, L, you can't understand what is there in the front team. So the very first concept that I'm going to introduce to you today will be security. Even in the real-time projects when you working team, the first aspect that every one of us will be working is security only team. So first we will see security. Then I will start with core HR, absence, payroll, talent, compensation. Like that, we will go with the flow team one by one. So the same pattern that what I am following in the training, in the real-time projects also, we will be going with that pattern only team. So today, let me start with that security module team. But before that, whatever the introductory home screen functionalities within the Fusion application, let me cover them because yesterday I didn't got the time to complete fully that team. Let me cover the basic home screen functionalities and we will get into the first topic for today's team. So what I told you, whenever we log in into the Fusion system, right? So this is the Fusion application environment. So just you can pass it in any of the Google Chrome or browser. And I told you, you can able to access the Fusion application team. And when you log in into the Fusion system, so in my Chrome, already these details were auto saved team. That is why it is just auto signed. But usually when you pass that URL in the Chrome or browser, you will be prompted to this. See, Oracle suggested browser for their Fusion applications will be Firefox team. We have Firefox Explorer, right? We have different search engines. I have Google Chrome. I have Edge browser. I have Opera. I have Firefox, right, team? Oracle suggested browser for their Fusion applications to use is Firefox team. But I am habituated with Google Chrome. I am using this. But usually for the performance wise, if you see or without any challenges or any issues, Firefox is what Oracle suggesting to use for their applications team. But even they are workable in any of the browsers. Okay. So team, whenever you are trying to log in, I told you, you have to give the user ID and password team. Then this language, forgot password, these things we discussed yesterday. Once you click on sign in, you will be landing upon the home screen of the application. So I told you, right team, yesterday, this is what the Fusion HCM Cloud Applications UI, user interface team. We discussed these things. This entire area I told you, we call it as springboard. And each section that you are seeing here, what is this I told you? Functional area I told you. Then under that, whatever the sub icons coming, let's say I selected my client groups team. I'm getting hiring, journeys, new person, person management. These are called as sub-functional areas in the system I told you. So these are functional areas and these are sub-functional areas. See team, these are the jargons that we have to use, terminologies that we have to use team. When we are in the team, when we are discussing with the colleagues, hey, what is this symbol? What is this icon? That doesn't looks good. Oracle given certain names to them to refer team. So this entire area, we call it as springboard and each section, we call it as functional area. And under each functional area, what we have team, these all are sub-functional areas in the system team. Okay. And the same functional areas and sub-functional areas, even you can see from the navigator I told you here team. On the top left, 3 lines we have team. So if I click here, what is this team? What is this team? Navigator. So whatever we are seeing in the springboard, functional areas, sub-functional areas, even we can access from here team. If you expand, you can even pick up the tasks from here also team. So this is springboard and this is navigator. Then team, here we have some icons. What are these team? home button. See, like every other application team, if you're using your mobile, you've been on your email or you've been on your Facebook application or something, you want to come to the main home screen. What you will do, you will click on home button team. So you will come to the main home screen team. Similarly, in this Fusion application also, you be on any screen. For example, I'm going to some task, my client group, some new person, then hire an employee. Some task is there, I came team. So you be on any task team. If you want to close it and come to the main screen, just simply click on home button. Now see, my page is loading. I will land upon home screen. See, so that is home button team. Then we have team favorites and recent item. See how many of you know team in your Google Chrome also. Here there will be bookmarking concept. Bookmarking star symbol. What is this team? Any URLs or any web links you want to bookmark, save it for future purposes. See in my system, these all are my bookmarks team. For my future purposes, I have saved it team. Okay. So if you want to do that, team, you have bookmarking concept here. Similarly, within the Fusion application, okay, any respective screen that you want to mark as favorite, you can do it, team. See, for example, I will tell you, I have one employee by name Mr. Srinivas is there. So Mr. Srinivas is a HR executive in my in my client company, I mean to say. So his day-to-day works will be what team? Whenever Srinivas come every day, he will be responsible of hiring all the employee records in the system team. So Srinivas will come to my client group. So usually team, once we implement the system, all modules we configured, once we hand over to the client. So in the day-to-day life team, when they are doing some transactions, if they want to perform in core HR, so HR, if they want to hire the employee team, usually HR will come to my client group, new person, and here they will have hire an employee task. These all things we are going to cover team. They will be part of our core HR module. Once we talk about our core HR implementation, all these things, just assume team. I have an employee by name Srinivas, and every day, once he come to the office, whoever employees got hired, their all records have to be hired by Srinivas in the system. This is daily task team. So what Srinivas can do, he can be on the task, hire an employee. He can add it as a favorite team. Click on star button. Favorites he can come. Add to favorites team. Okay. Then see here, he can create a folder team, something like my daily routine tasks. Okay, my daily routine tasks, something he created the folder, and this hire an employee, he grouping into that folder team. Save and close. From the very next day team, whenever Srinivas log in after coming to the office, he no need to go to my client group, new person, then click on hire an employee. No, directly if we go to the favorites button team, in the favorites, his folder under that what he added will come. See, directly from here, Srinivas can go to hire an employee task. Now see, I landed upon hire an employee. So it's not about hire an employee. Understand the concept team. Whatever the screens that you want to save as your favorites team, you can save your favorites. Bookmarking concept team for your future references. Quickly you want to access your tasks team, your daily routine tasks, you can able to add in the favorites button team that is available in the system. Then we have team recents, but recent item. What is that? See, in our Google Chrome also team, we have the history button here. We have the history button here. Correct. What is history? If I go there, whatever my past activity, my recent searches, I can able to search. History button, we all know, right team, in our Google Chrome. Similarly, within Fusion application, the recent items, if you come to the favorites button and recent team, whatever the recent screens that we navigated, see team, just now I came to hire an employee, the recent item. So previous batch team, just I'm using, I have completed the HDL and spreadsheet concept for them. Then I went to import and load data, view business objects. So these all are what team your recent item, whatever the recent screens that you navigated, they all you can able to check here, team. So this is favorites and recent items button, team. This is home icon. This is favorites and recent items. Then this is watch list, team. See, this is not related to our HCM. One important point I want to tell you here, team. I told you yesterday, okay, under Fusion application, Oracle offering multiple products, team. Okay, Fusion Financials, Fusion HCM, CRM, supply chain. When any client buy the product from Oracle, for example, team, we have taken Tata as an example here. Let's say Tata Group want to purchase the product from Oracle. Tata want to subscribe for HCM. Okay. Then they also want to use financials. Then they also want to use SCM. They also want to use PPM modules, team. It doesn't mean that Oracle will give separate URLs for HCM separate application, for finance separate application. No, all products will be delivered within the same instance. HCM, finance, whatever client subscribed, the products will enabled in the system, team. So this watch list concept is related to finance and supply chain product. We will be not dealing with. You can ignore, team. Then we have team bell icon here, notifications. What is this, team? I was telling you day before yesterday in the day one demo, in Fusion system, we have a module called workflows and approvals, team. Correct? It means what, team? For example, if today HR hiring an employee, it should go for a concern manager approval. Or today employee applying the leave in the system, it should go for concern manager's approval. We have an approval module, team. We are going to see that. So basically in the system, HRs, managers, whatever the approvals that they were triggering to them, they can check out in the bell icon, team. Notifications bell icon. So from here, they can approve, reject the transactions what assigned to them. So this is notifications bell icon. Once we come to our workflows and approvals module, how to implement that, how HR approving it, rejecting it, practically we will see that, team. So this is home bell icon, team. So these are the icons we have here. Then we have here the right side, team, settings and actions button. What we have here? Settings and actions button. See, every day after you using the application, let's say employee want to log off, team, he can come to sign out button and he can sign out, team. Then under settings and actions, team, we have more functionalities to discuss, but these all things, team, one by one. Once we enter into that training, team, these all things you will be getting knowledge on them. So here at the bottom, you have about this application, team. So as a person, I mean, as an implementation consultant, let's say, team, if you want to check out what is the version of this Fusion application that you are using, team. If you come to the right side, settings and action, about this application, if you click, team, you can see the versioning of the application here, team. Okay. And these things we will be talking in our due course of time. Once we start and once we come to these respective topics in the modules, we will see them, team. So this is the basic home screen functionalities, team. What we have on the home screen, what is navigator, springboard, and what are these icons, we understood, team. Now let us move to the very first topic as part of our training. As I told you, team, security administration in the Fusion application, team. So the very first module that I'm going to start today will be security administration in the Fusion system. So what is this security administration, team? Why we have to talk about this module initially? See, we have two concepts in security administration module, team. What are they? Stay focused. Very important, easy to understand also. In security administration, we have two concepts, team. We are going to configure two aspects in security module. They are, okay. user account management. Okay. They are user account management. Okay. And then we have one more concept called team role management. In the Fusion security module, we have two major concepts team. What are they? User account management. Okay. Okay. And role management in the Fusion system team. What are these team? User account management and role management team. Let us understand here. See, now I logged in team into the system with my credentials. Okay. This is my login team, HCM implementation 11. That's what, right? When I am trying to log in order to access the Fusion application team, we require our user ID and password. This is my user ID and password I given. So in security module team, we are going to see that only. User account management means user account creation. I'll tell you with an example team. See, let's assume Tata is the client team. Let's say Tata Group is the client team. So Tata, as I told you, now purchased the product from Oracle team. Okay. So Oracle is the vendor. So Tata purchased the product from Oracle. Now team, Tata given the project. So I told you, right, team, whenever any company buy the product from Oracle, they need someone to implement team. So let's say Tata Group given the project to Deloitte team, okay, or Infosys or Wipro, anything you take team, Infosys, okay. Tata Group given the project to Infosys team. So once we learn this technology, where we will be working team ideally in these IT companies, right? So we are called as implementation consultants team. We will be called as implementation consultants or implementation users in the application team. So understand team, from very scratch I am starting. Oracle is the owner of the product, Oracle HCM Cloud. So Tata Group purchased the product from Oracle. They want to use this Oracle HCM in their in-house day-to-day HR activities to use team. So Tata purchased the product from Oracle. Now Tata Group given the project to Infosys team, so-called IT company in the market. Tata given the project to Infosys. So we will be working in these IT companies in the market, correct? Now our company got the project. Let's say we as a team of 10 members team. Let's assume in reality, depending upon the size of your client, the number of resources allocated in the project will differ. There are situations where we 3 members we implemented the project also once upon a time. And at the same time, there is a client that we implemented where we are 24 resources in the one project. Depending upon the size of the project team, size of the client, the resources will vary. That I will tell you in our implementation workshop team. But here I'm trying to give you the basic start. Okay. So let's suppose team Tata given the project to Infosys team. So we are working here 10 resources we are okay. Team of 10 people on Infosys deployed for the project of Tata Group to implement their product team. We are 10 resources, 10 HCM consultants team we are okay. Now we have to start implementing all the modules of our client in the system team. Whatever the modules that as part of the project we have, these all modules we have to configure in the client system. Now tell me team, in order to access the Fusion application, all of us should require our user account created in the system, because in order to access the Fusion application, we all require user access. For all of us, user accounts to be created in the system. Then only I can able to log in. Then only I can start configuring all the modules team. Now tell me, this is what the preliminary thing, right? Whenever we go for the projects in the real-time team, the very first thing, we all should get our access done. Means we all should get access to the client application. Nothing but our user credentials, our user accounts we should get done team. So in real time, how it happens, team, the client side IT team will be there. Usually we will be contacting the client side IT team and the HR team for all our requirements to understand team. So usually the client side IT team, there will be IT admin head team. Either they will create the user accounts for all of our team members and they will give us team, or else majority of the time, even they are not knowledgeable about the application and all team. They bought the product from Oracle. They want to use it now. So they required our support for implementing and using it team. So majority of the times team, what client will do, the client side IT people will do just one account they will create for our project manager team. See, out of our 10 resources or 10, 15, whatever the team size we have our project manager team lead and we will be working in that team, right? So client side IT department, they will create one account to our team, either for our project manager or for our team lead. They will create one account and they will ask us for the remaining team, you create the user accounts in the system. So majority of the times this will be happening team. Client will create the user account for our project manager or for our team lead. By using that login, we will enter into the system. For all the remaining team members, we have to create the user accounts team. So the first part or the first activity when we are in the real-time projects, getting our access created team. For all of our team members, okay, the Fusion application access of the client to be generated team. So that is what we are going to touch base in the module of security. User account management. So here we are going to talk about team in Fusion application, how to create the user accounts team. In user account management, we are going to deal with how to create the user accounts. Okay. So team, when I say creation of user accounts team, we have to see from two perspectives. We are their team. We are the implementation consultants. We are not the employees in the client organization team. We will not be hired in the system. So we are non-employees team. We have two kind of people, employees and non-employees team. We fall under non-employees. Means what team? We are not the client employees, right? We are just implementation partners for them. We will configure, we will hand over and we will leave. So team, we have to see the user account management from the perspective of these two. Means what team? Let's say once we implement the system, all core HR module, absence module, payroll module, talent module, we configured, we hand over to the client. Now Tata Group using this in their day-to-day life team. For every employee of Tata Group, they have to give the user accounts for them because it's a HR portal. Every employee should have access to this portal team because employees should able to check their employment details, or employees should able to apply their leaves in the portal, or employees should able to check their pay slips, year-end documents, or employees have to complete their performance appraisals. So team, this is a HR portal or an application that client using. For every employee that they were hiring team, for them, the user accounts to be created. So when we are covering the user account management team, how to create user account, we have to see the system from these two perspectives. Employees means how the user accounts will be created. Non-employees, we are not employees team. We are just implementation partners team. We are there to configure and we will leave, right? So we will not be hired in the system. So we are non-employees. We are implementation consultants team. How to create the user accounts for employees and for non-employees, we have to see in the system team. Okay. So first of all team, we have two ways in the Fusion system to create the user accounts team. One is automatically system generating the user accounts team. One is automatic, one is manual team. One is manual team, manual way of creation. If anyone asks you how in the Fusion system the user accounts will be created team, tell them we have two ways, automatic and manual. Okay. What do you mean by automatic and what do you mean by manual team? See, particularly for the employees team. Usually in the Fusion system, employee hiring will happen in the global HR or core HR module team. The next module we are going to start is that only. So team, in the global HR or core HR module, usually HR will be hiring the employee like this team. So here, let me sign in. Just I'm showing you hire an employee transaction team. So in the core HR module, HR will come to my client group, new person, and then HR will go to hire an employee and they will perform the hiring transaction. So the client side employees, whenever they were hiring in the system team, once you give all the details, save and submit, system automatically will create the user accounts team. So for employees in the client organization, we have an automatic approach. System will automatically generate the user accounts team. While hiring team, for the every employee in the second tab, we will capture employee email details team, work email detail. Once you complete the hiring, once the record gets created team, system will automatically create the user account and system will send the password link to the email of that person team, whatever the email you are producing while you hiring the employee. So this is an automated behavior team for employees in the system. If at all employee getting hired in the system will automatically create. This part we will be covering in the core HR module team. When we come to this module, once I configure and once I perform the hiring transaction, I will show you practically how this is happening team. But this is later on. First of all, we are yet to start the configuration of the system team. We require our implementation team. We are non-employees team. For all of us, we require the user accounts team. For us, how we can define manual way of creating team. So the client side people will create one account with all the access team. Access, I will come roles concept we have team in next 10 minutes. So client side IT team, the admin of the IT or whoever is team, IT manager will give us one account to our project manager team. So assuming that is our project manager account, let's say here team. Let's assume this is our project manager account that we received team, or for our team lead, our client side people given the account team. One account they will produce. By using that, we will log in. For rest of our team members, we have to create the user accounts. For employees, it's not required team. Whenever hiring transaction, whenever hiring transaction happening in the system, automatically system will generate the user account team. This is an automated behavior in the Fusion system. In the core HR module, whenever hiring happening, whenever employee recruiting, hiring in the system will automatically generate the user accounts for the employees team. But for non-employees like we, okay, so in the system, we have to manually create the user account team. So now I'm going to start with this part team. This automation part, when we come to our core HR module, we will be understanding that team. Because in the initial implementation time, our first point of work will be starts with here team. Now we are about to start the configurations team. We all should get client's application access. How that is happening, I'm covering that team. So for our implementation team, how we can get the user accounts created. So now let's assume team, this is the account that client given to us team for our team lead or project manager. I'm signing in with that team, with all access team. So to create user accounts in the system, the entire security in the Fusion application, the entire security in the Fusion application will be handled in a one single place called security console. How many of you from e-business suite background? I don't know. There you used to have something called identity management, then the responsibility concept like that team. But in Fusion system, we have within the application only a concept called a security console. The entire security, the user creation, the role creation, everything will handle in a one single place called security console. Where we have to go, team? We have to go to our Springboard. Then we have to come to tools. Under tools, we have to go to security console team. Here, you can see the steps that I have written, team. Where after you logging in, you just click on this right arrow, team. Okay. Where you can see the functional area of tools. Here, see, team, tools. Come to tools. Under tools, you have, team, security console. One second. My login, I don't have the security console access, team. I have a restriction because of my role. Let me use other URL. Okay, that's fine. So come to tools work area, team. Okay, come to tools work area, team. Here under tools, you will have, team, security console. Why, Kumar? Why you don't have that security console in the other instance? I will come to that, team. Okay, come to this security console, team. Here, that's what I'm talking about. Tools, under that security console. Here we have, team, under tools. So come to security console, click on that. The page is loading. You will land upon this. Here, team, on the left hand side, we have different options coming up. Roles, users, analytics. Go to this users team. Users team. So as a admin in the system, if you want to check out any existing user accounts of the employees or non-employees team, you can search their accounts here. If you know their username, email, last name, first name, you can filter and you can search team. Any existing user accounts in the system for any employee or non-employee, you can search team. If you want to create a new user account, team, come to users. Then on the right side, we have something called add user account. So this is the place we have to come to create the user accounts, team. So for all of our team members, we have to create the user accounts in the system, team. We all should get access to the client portal. Then only we can start our implementation of all the modules, team, right? So here you have to come, team. Security console, users, then you land upon user account page, then come to add user account, team. Come to add user account. So here you can create your user accounts in the system, team. See, while you defining the user account, team, associated person information, associated person type, we will have two options, team. None and worker. What is this, team? See, I was telling you, for workers, employees in the client organization, HRs no need to manually create the user accounts. While they are getting hired, for every employee, system itself automatically will generate, I told you. But at times, team, due to some data discrepancies, team, if at all, while hiring the employee, system not created the user accounts for the employees, team. As a HR admin, manually for the employees that who you hired, you want to create the user accounts, team. So HRs can even come here, team, add user account. If for an existing employee who is already hired in the system, employee record is there in core HR module, you are creating the user account for that person, means person type you choose worker, team. One more field will come worker name. For any existing employee in the system that which you hired already in the core HR module, but employee account not created, now you want to create it. Then, team, choose person type as worker, and here you can search your employees in the system. So I'm searching by name John. It's a demo instance, team. Some data is available already. So the employee details are coming up, team. So let me select John Anderson, click on OK. So all his details will copied here, team. See, so for any employees in the system, if you want to create a user account, you in the sense in the real time, the HR people team, they can come, they can choose the worker and they can create. But now my requirement is not that. I'm creating the user account for our implementation team. We are not employees in the system. right? Non-employees team. Manually, we have to create. In that case, team, come to user account, keep the person type as none. Means we are not associated with any worker record in the system. We will not be hired in the system team. We require just user accounts. All of our 10 members team, we require just user accounts. We should not be hired in the client system team. We are not employees of the client organization. Only for the period. It might be 6 months, 1 year, or 10 months, whatever the project's time we have. We will work for that and we will leave, right team? We will configure and we will leave. We are the implementation partners to the client team. So we require just user accounts, no tags attached, no employee account, employee record created to us. In that case, team, associated person type, we have to keep none. Just user accounts you are creating, team. Then account information, keep it active. If you uncheck this and if you create team, useless. The account will not work, team, whatever you are creating. Keep it active and you create. Locked means what, Kumar? That I will tell in next 15 minutes, team. Keep it here for 15 minutes. Then advanced information, this is not required. We have a single sign-on concept, team. If client using multiple applications in their company team, for all of them, common user account and password they want to use, then single sign-on enablement can be done. But that usually we as a HCM consultants will not do. We have a middleware extension team in every project. They will do the configurations related to that. So we are not related to that. We'll ignore that. Here, team, while you creating the user account, user information you have to capture. Category, we have default, the by default option will come, team. But what is that also? Probably in the tomorrow session, we have to cover this. Let me first create the user account. Let me use the basic functionalities team. So here, while you creating the user account team, first name, last name, email, username, password, what you want. Let's say team, I'm creating an employee by name, TrioTech, and last name as Pawan. Let's assume his first name is TrioTech, last name is Pawan. And then email details team. So one of the email I will give team kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. One of my email ID I'm giving team as of now, but in reality, whatever is that particular person email, then his phone number, okay, you can give. And username. See team, who told that team? The moment I given first name and last name, user ID, username taken up with a combination of first name dot last name. Who told that team in the system? Username means, see, when I log in, my user account is what team HCM dot lab, something I have. The user ID format team. So within the Fusion system, we can customize them team. What is the username format you have to give? That all we will do in this category team that I will tell you tomorrow. So that's okay. First name, last name. So that username taken up. Then the password you can give team. So some password I am giving here. And then I'm also confirming the password team. So these are the details we have to capture for creating the user accounts in the system team. Okay. User accounts in the system team. Here, creating the user account is not sufficient team. This TrioTech Pawan with his credentials, when he log in, what access in the system he should get. Now we have to be talking about the other side of the coin, role management, right? Now I'm creating a user account team. I'm creating a user account by name TrioTech Pawan. Okay, TrioTech.Pawan. Now, when this Pawan login into the system, what access Mr. Pawan should get team? Now I logged in team with my credentials. Okay, if I duplicate, as it's a cloud application team, simultaneously you can work on different tabs. Just keep the cursor on the tab, right click the mouse button, duplicate. So you can work simultaneously also in multiple tabs team. See, when I logged in team with my credentials, I could able to see lot of functionalities here. See, when I log in with my credentials team, in my Springboard, I could able to see several functional areas coming up team. Okay, how these are decided team? We have something called roles in the Fusion application team. The entire security in the Fusion system working on a one single concept called RBAC. RBAC means what team? Roles based access control. In the Fusion system, the entire security is working on a one single concept called roles. In Oracle e-business suite team, prior to Fusion, what we used to have responsibility concept there. But Oracle replacing that in Fusion, they came up with RBAC, roles based access control. It means team, for every module in the system, let's take up these modules as an example team. For every module, we have different modules, right team? For every module in the system team, Oracle given standard roles to access them. For example, I will list out few of them. You don't need to write down. You will get the document today. You can find all of them in that team. So for example, team, to access all the core HR module team. So if you come to this sheet, this is our implementation sheet team. In core HR module, what all the configurations that we have to do. Then in absence module, what all the configurations we have to do. In payroll, what we have to do. We have a list out team here. It's a checklist for you. So in order to access the core HR module functionalities, Oracle given certain roles team. Something like we have the roles in the Fusion system by name, human resource manager, human resource specialist, okay, specialist, then human resource analyst, right team, analyst. For accessing the modules like global HR, absence, talent, OTL. For all these modules team, these are the roles Oracle given in the system. Then for payroll module to access team, we have the roles like payroll manager, payroll administrator. Okay. We have the roles like this team. Then for compensation management team, we have compensation manager, compensation administrator. Like that, we have couple of roles for compensation module team. Then for benefits module team, we have benefits manager, benefits admin. Okay. Then for OLC, Oracle Learning Cloud, we have something called learning specialist. Then for ORC, Oracle Recruiting Cloud. Few of them I'm writing. We have more also in each module. I'm writing recruiting specialist, hiring manager. We have different roles available team. So for every module in the system team, to access that module's functionalities in the system, Oracle standardly delivered certain roles in the system team. If I have to access core HR module, I require these roles. If I have to access payroll module, I require these roles. If I want to access compensation, these roles. The list of roles I will share with you team today. But for every module in the system, Oracle delivers the roles. So creating the user account is not sufficient team. We have to map the roles to the user. So the role-based access control means whatever the roles that we map to the user, that person will have access to those modules team. See, one basic role by name employee we have team. It's a very basic role. For every one we will assign team where we can access the basic functionalities. What I will do is team in the system, while I'm creating the account now, just I will add one basic employee role and I will show you team. By logging with TrioTech Pawan, what access he is getting. Then we will improvise adding more roles and check out team. The comparison you will understand. So while we creating the user account only, we have the role section. So here we have add role button team. If you click on add role, all the roles in the system are searchable here team. So whatever I listed out team, this every role I can search. See, human resource manager. See, they are coming up team. They all are Oracle delivered. So one basic role by name employee is there. I'm adding that team. See, while you are practicing team, today you will get the instance access to everyone team. While you are searching for the roles, now duplicates came, two employees came. Forget about that team. This is the role name and this is a role code. Whatever the role code starting with ORA, O-R-A, that is Oracle Delivered Team. The other one is duplicate team. I'll tell you when we deep dive into the roles concept team, customization of roles, custom creation of roles will be there. So someone in this demo instance, they have practicing that, they created that. But while you are practicing Aura code, that is Oracle delivered role team, you can add that one. Select, add role membership team. Now see team, I have added one basic employee role to the user while I am creating. Now let me click on save and close team. The user account will be created in the system. If I want to verify whether the account created or not, in the user accounts, here I can search team TrioTech.Pawan. See, this is the account I created just now. Shall I log in with this account and shall I check out what access this person is having? Let me open incognito team. One more. Okay. One more tab. Okay. Incognito we know, right? Because already in that I logged with my credentials. I'm logging here with that Pawan team. See, TrioTech. The new account what we created. I'm logging with that account team. TrioTech.Pawan. Then I'm giving the password. Test@123 I have given. I'm giving that team. Click on sign in. Now see team, I could able to log in with this new account that is TrioTech Pawan. We created the account just now. See, if I come here team, TrioTech Pawan, good morning. What access he is getting, have you noticed it? When I log in with my credentials, how much of access I have in the system? I have many things. I can scroll up, scroll down, whatever I want team. See, if you go to navigator, many functional areas, sub-functional areas I got team. Or if I go to settings and action, I could able to see many of these functionalities here. But when I log in with Pawan, what is getting? Only this for me procurement tools. Under tools, security console also not there. See, only these access. Why? That comes from the role. Only the basic employee role you have mapped team. With that role, whatever the limited access, only that is getting. That is what team, the concept of RBAC, roles based access control. So when we create the user account in the system, whatever the roles we map it to the user will get access to all the modules and the functionality. Let us try to add these more roles to the user team. Okay, let me add these roles team: payroll admin, compensation admin, then learning specialist. Let us try to add more roles and checkout team. And here team we have in the right side also, when my login, if you see in this window, I have team administration work area. This is very important team. From tomorrow, whenever we are starting any module, core HR, absence, payroll, every single day, I will come to this settings and action team. Under administration, I will come to the setup and maintenance work area. This is our FSM task team. So to get access to these areas team, setup and maintenance and all, we have a list of roles available. Like for every module, how we have roles team, to access the setup and maintenance team, we have the roles like application implementation consultant team. Actually, this one role is sufficient, but we have other roles also with this name team, something like application implementation manager and application implementation administrator. Like we have three roles with similar to the name team. So in our real-time projects, when we working team for our implementation team, we also add these roles team along with these module related roles. We will also add these roles team so that we will get access to this setup and maintenance work area and all team. Okay. So here, let me try to do one thing team. Now let me go to Pawan account team. Okay. Let us try to add more roles. So as a HR admin or any admin team, if you want to come to any existing user account, search that user account, click on that account name, you will land upon user account details page team. You can click on edit button. Okay. Then you can add more roles team to the user. Only employee role assigned. Now let us try to add more roles to the user team. Click on add role. Click on add role. What are they team? Let us try to add these roles team. Human resource manager. Human resource manager. Aura one you pick up team. The rest of the things duplicates, ignore that. Then payroll administrator. Payroll administrator. See team, payroll administrator. Then compensation admin. So all the other module related roles I'm mapping team. Compensation admin, add role membership. Then for OLC module, learning module also I want to give access to this user. Learning specialist. Then let us give these access also team. Application implementation consultant. Spelling mistake is there, sorry. Okay. Application implementation consultant, application implementation manager, to give access to the right side administration work area team. Okay. Okay. Then application implementation administrator. So all the admin roles also a mapping team. So event team, in order to access this security console, like when I log in team with my HCM.lab, under tools, when I go team, I could able to see security console here team. So in order to give access to the security console, we have one role for that team by name, IT security manager. Okay. We have something called team IT security manager to access the security console team. Let us give for Pawan that role also team, add role. Okay. I'm adding that also team, IT security manager. See team. So Pawan also now will get team that security console access. Now see, for my account Pawan, I added all the module related roles, admin related roles, then IT security manager, everything team. Now let me save and close. Okay. Now let us try to log in as Pawan and let us check out team. What access? As of now, Pawan is having only limited access. Only these 4 functional areas coming. Let me sign out team. Let me sign out team. And let me sign in. Usually team, it will take like 30 to 45 seconds of time to reflect team because parallelly I'm working, right? Now let me log in. TrioTech.Pawan. Test at the rate 123, something password I given. Now I sign in team. It's taking slight bit of time for the changes to reflect team. That is quite common and moreover demo instances, right? Or let me log in from another browser. It will quickly resembles in that case team. Now let me log in with that Pawan team and check out here. TrioTech.Pawan. Then let's wait for more 10 minutes today team because I want to complete this topic. So now see team, when I logged in with Pawan team, the account, now you please check out whether anything that you feel difference here team. Come here. Now see, earlier what we have, only 3-4 icon functional areas I have. Now see, when I log in with Pawan, I have seen many things here team. Redwood sales, my client group. Then if I come to my client, absences, goals, performance, learning, payroll. Then see team, help desk, benefits, whatnot. Many things came team. Now if I go to tools, Pawan also having security console access. Now if I come to right side settings and action, now Pawan also have this administration work area team. See how the access got improvised to Pawan based upon the roles. That is what are back. That is what are back. Roles based access control. So in Fusion system, the entire security will be working on a one single aspect are back. So creating the user account is not sufficient team. What modules access you want to give to that user, what admin access, security access, based upon the roles that we assign team to the user, the access in the Fusion system will be provisioned. So this is how team, when we go for the projects in the real time, the first activity that we will start team, for all of our implementation team, user accounts we have to create. That too, non-employees. We are not employees in the client system. We are not workers in the client system. We all require just user accounts with full access team, all modules access, so that we can start configuring all the modules in the system. We will get all the module functionalities in the system team. So user account creation in the Fusion system will happen like this. So as soon as you go to the project team, once client given you the application team, this is the first activity that we will do. Whatever the one account client will give to us, to our project manager or to our team lead. By using that, we will log in, and for rest of our team members, we will create the user accounts team. So for all these modules, we have different roles Oracle given. Then for security console under tools, if you want, then IT security manager role to be assigned to your user team. Then admin roles, these are the roles we have team. Then further, we have to talk about more here team. It's not completed yet. Just we created the user account team. So here team, whenever we configure the user account, if I get into, or let's say, how many of you observed here when we creating the user account team newly, the moment you given first name and last name team, let's assume I am giving something like Satish Verma. Okay, first name, last name. The moment I given that, system automatically taking up this combination. My client telling Kumar user formats in my system to be email IDs of every employee Kumar. I don't want first name dot last name. Can we customize that? Or password also. When I'm inputting the password team, password policy, you see at least 8 characters, one number. My client telling Kumar, I want at least 10 characters, one number and one special character. Can we customize these things? Or let's say today on 28th March, now Friday, I created this account Pawan just 10 minutes back. If I get into this Pawan details team, password expiration date trigger June 26. This is March 28th. March, April, May, June. Exactly 90 days from today. Password expiration date triggered. Who told that in the system? Every 3 months, password should expire to the employee. Employee have to reset. We have in this user management team, user account rules customization. What is that team? User account rules customization team. What should be the username format? What should be the password policy? What should be the password expiration? We can control all of them. See, it's a client requirement team. It's client system. How they want, we have to configure it accordingly team. So we have the scope to customize all these things also team. But that we will be handling in this category. When you creating the user account team, we have something called user category team. So here we can control all that features team. That I will continue in tomorrow's session team. Even within the accounts also, we have to talk about more team. Like see here, we have actions button. Lock account means what, resetting how to done, delete means what, compare means what, copy user means what. Or if I go to the account team, what is reset button, what is edit button, or when I am adding the roles to the user team, auto provisioning, remove roles, these all things we have in line team. So in tomorrow's session, I will further continue from here team. As of today, I hope everyone understood in Fusion system, security administration, what aspects we have team, right? And how to create the user account manually. Now, when you are in the real-time projects, if you are in a situation that you have to create the user accounts to all of your team members, will you able to create, right? By going to security console, user accounts, add user account, create the user, tag the roles, right team? This is what. When we come to core HR module team, in the transactions time, I will cover this one. In the client side organization, employees, when we hiring them, how the user account system automatically generating. And within roles also, we have a lot more things to discuss team, but too early. We'll see one by one. So as of today, what are the two concepts we have in security? I want everyone to understand. How to create the user accounts manually for our team members I want everyone to understand. And in Fusion system, the security, how it is working on a RBAC concept, I want everyone to understand. So this is about team user account creation in the Fusion system. In tomorrow's session, I will continue from here. Whatever the account we created, further in the actions button, whatever the options we have, these all things we will see team. Okay. So today we will be sharing this Excel sheet team, whatever that we have discussed last 2 days and today. This HCM demo class sheet, I will ask the team to upload in the community. Two things before taking up the questions team. I want to intimate to every one of you. People, whoever enrolled team, last 2 days we had the enrollments. I think almost we have 100 plus enrollments, but we have some a few of the peoples might be joining and dropping. That's okay. All the people whoever enrolled, please check from your side. It's your duty team, because of this count, we might be missing 1 or 2 peoples to send the emails. Every one of you in the call, attentively, please follow this team. We have created user accounts for every one of you in this TrioTech portal. I told you, right? Everyday sessions, you no need to reach us. For the first 2 days only, we have shared the YouTube links to you. But from today, you have to follow your portal. If you are not following this, you are missing something. You cannot refer back. You cannot go through the sessions again. As I already told you, all sessions will be uploaded in the portal team. Okay. Here, for every one of you, this website, user accounts and password we have shared. Few of you been reaching out, your credentials are not working. You should not click on e-learn. That is not your program team. You are enrolled for live classes. You are attending the sessions every day live, correct? Then why you are going to e-learn? You should not go to this team. This is your portal. Come to live classes login. Whatever the user ID and password we have shared to you over the email. When I say email team, you will get the email from info@TrioTech Software Trainings. What is that team? You will get the email from info@TrioTech Software Trainings.com. Few of you, please check out your spam folders also team. How many of you know that in your email inbox, you have the spam folders team? Please do check out that, because for some of the participants, we've been observed that mails are going to the spam folder that we sent for the access team. Please check your emails team. If you have not received that, please reach out to the admin team. Wherever you enrolled, whoever the contact from TrioTech you have, you please discuss with them team. Ask them about your access, they will guide you. So once you get your access, you can pass your user ID and password and you log in team. You will be seeing in the enrolled courses in the dashboard here, your course team. Whatever is your course, you can able to check out team. So every day sessions will upload in your portal. So as I told you, this will be for lifetime, right? So all the sessions will upload here. You can able to practice it team. Please do check out. This has to be taken care from your side also. You paid the fee. You should follow. You should also get access. You should also get your access created or not to be followed up team. 99% our team will be sharing to everyone, but 1 or 2 people we might be missing because of multiple numbers we've been associated with you, right? So I request everyone, please check out today team. Some people enrolled today early morning. We have few participants team. For them, by today afternoon, you will get. But whoever enrolled by yesterday evening till yesterday evening team, every one of you by this time will be getting the access team. But anyone not yet received, don't worry. Today we will complete all that activities team. Please do request the admin team to get your portal access email to be receiving to your team. Then number 2, WhatsApp community link. Everyone to be added in that. So that WhatsApp community will be there for the point of discussion. If anything that I want to share with you team, it could be about the schedules. It could be about the timings of the classes or any holidays or any cancellations to intimate to you, or any materials that I will be sharing to you, or instance accesses will be in the community team. So please do check out and get yourself added in the community. If not, ask the admin team that you are not in the new community of March batch. They will add you in that team. Number two. Then team, everyone, please find the application access for practicing team. In the community only, we will be sharing you the portal, Fusion application access. You can start practicing whatever that we completed today. Okay, yesterday and day before, pure theoretical we have taken. Today we started with the topic team. Please do practice, and also I will share the first set of materials to you today in the community along with this Excel sheet also team. So please make use of all these things and start with your effective learning. And I suggest everyone, make a habit of writing out all the concepts team. Don't write during the class. 1 hour is the class we have team. Don't write parallelly when I am teaching. Just attend the session full-fledgedly without any disturbance team. After that, again, daytime at your convenience team, go through the recording again and make the notes of everything. Very important team. If you are really serious about cracking the job in next 3 months or 4 months, you have to follow this pattern. Make the habit of writing the notes. Why I am telling, I will give you all the class notes, PDFs will be provided. But until unless you write by your own, the kind of connection, the kind of more intense knowledge that you are grasping will be differentiated team. Why? Because by that time you attending the interviews after 3 months or 4 months, 80, 90 hours of program this is. You can't go back to the recordings and you cannot refer team. Ultimately, the notebook you have to refer. Just you can check out the papers and then you have to go team. If you are not preparing in that way, your 3 months will extend to more 3 months, 4 months, 7, 8 months it will take. So if you are very serious, by fourth month, I have to get the job, Kumar. Then make a habit of writing the notes team. Every day after the session, again play the recording at your convenient time. Everything, 1 hour what I explained, 1 hour to be in the notes team. You have to write. If it is experienced also, I'm telling team, if you don't have time, at least you have a habit of notepad or something, right, in your day-to-day life. Try to prepare the class notes in that team. Every 1 hour to be written in the notebook. By the time you are attending the interviews, just if you just scroll towards the papers, you have to refer and you have to go team. You never get that time to watch the recordings during that time. So please take it very seriously. It looks like very easy. Today's session we have seen. You feel that, okay, user account creation, okay, simple, I understood. But 4 classes if we complete, fifth class, sixth class, by the time we reach team, what we discussed in the first class, we will forget. So don't plan yourself something like entire 5 days I will cover in the weekend. And many of you, I know, from every batch, I will observe this. As such, you are getting the recordings, you won't attend the live session. That's okay. 1 or 2 times in a week, if you have any work, okay, fine. But try to attend maximum live classes. The kind of connection, the kind of continuity you will be having team. As a human mindset, we will think, okay, anyhow, recordings are there. No, Saturday and Sunday we will see. 5 Saturdays will go. You will not see that team. Reality, I'm talking. So take it very seriously. You have to get your jobs by fourth month after the course completion.
Understood.
Be prepared with that mind. Okay. Yes, any questions in today's topic, team?
Hi, Kumar. This is Naveen.
Hi, Naveen.
When we compare to the on-premise ERP, like, do we call the role responsibility as role here?
Kind of thing. The replacement of
Okay.
responsibility is role here.
Okay. Okay,
I
there
can
is no
say
responsibility concept in here, right? Just roles.
roles. We don't have responsibility concept for security here.
Okay.
And Akhil, hi, yeah, one, yes, please, someone. Bala, some who is it?
Yeah,
Balu.
Ayush.
Ayush.
Hi. My
Yeah.
doubt is actually when we are working on this user creations, right? There is an employee and a non-employee user creations.
Correct.
You said when we are creating a user means that is we are hiring an employee means automatically the user account will create. And
What is data discrepancy there? That is what your question.
yeah,
See, basically,
scenario will get.
Good question. That is actually, see, usually in the user account rules, we will set up first name dot last name or email ID, whatever the user format. Let's assume in the system, client told us that email ID should be the user ID for them in the system. That is what we set it up, that which we are covering in tomorrow's session. I'm telling you, right? User account, username format is email ID in the system. For example, while HR hiring the employee, usually in the second tab, person information tab, employee work email details, HR will capture. Let's say HR not captured that. Now HR hired the record. System won't understand. There is no email ID details we given. Then system how it will create the user account, because the mandatory username format is what email ID we enabled in the system. So for every employees, the email IDs will be their usernames. But for the person HR hiring, HR not given username, email ID there for the employee, and he hired the record. The system have the blank option there. So system can't understand. So it won't create user account in that case. So manually HR should come and he could create. Data discrepancy means these things, manual errors. While hiring the employee, the required information for user account creation to create, if HR not capturing, that is what.
Yeah.
Kumar, Kumar, are you sure?
Yes.
Similar to what the Pala said, whether it could be like you joined that John person when you added worker, you added a John person. Let's say John wants two user IDs for his working, one while creating the hiring.
That is also doable. You can
That can
create
be
a
done.
second one here also. Correct.
Correct. So like that way, once he got hired, he's using that ID, and another one he wants it for like other purposes.
Can be. That could be also the possible thing. But usually data discrepancy is what we will highlight to make the concept understand. But yes,
Like the creation of user, it won't stop, right?
it
Either
won't.
the user ID will be different, anything that
Username to be different, obviously.
yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And I can see a question in the chat board, something from Akhil. Hi Kumar, while creating user account, what's the role of advanced information? See, advanced information, as I told Akhil, the SSO concept there. If at all single sign-on client enabling in the system, then enabling that is advanced information. Then, sir, when will we get access to Google Drive, Raj? Today you will get, Raj. See, usually what I will do is entirely rather than sharing, I will share concept wise. Now we started with security and core HR. First, I will share all the materials of that initially. So like that, topic by topic, I will share. And at the end of the sessions, I will all accumulate into OneDrive and I will share. That is what the plan. But if you want upfront all the things also, team will share it with you. No problem in that. And Abdul Haas, sir, will you be covering AI in HCM course? See, basically AI in the HCM from talent module, recruiting module, we have thing. We will be covering that. What is the role of AI in HCM and what is AI? How to enable that? That will be covered in this. And can we create two username with one email ID? You can create, Manasa, system will allow, it won't stop you. And Rajeshwari, sir, but I have heard in the projects that each user account should be associated with an not necessarily required, Rajeshwari. If he is employee in the system, then only that account will associated to the employee record. But without employee record, just user accounts like how I defined. See, technically, we are not employees in the client organization. Client will not hire us in the system. No more. We require the accounts, right? So without employee record also, we can have that account created. And Anil,
Yeah.
do we have any Oracle knowledge base of security management? Please suggest a knowledge base of security. You want implementation document for security, Anil? I will share that to you, no problem. Yesterday I have covered docs.oracle.com. In that you can go and you can get. But knowledge base means probably you're asking from support.oracle.com. Exactly the number I cannot recollect. If you want, I will check and I will get back on that. Okay. Yes, any other questions, team? Or are we?
Yeah, Kumar, Ajay here.
Yes, Ajay.
Yeah, what will be the role of DBS here, like in creating user
So
profiles?
usually in HCM techno-functional, we don't have any role of DBS here because it is not something that we cannot, we won't be handling the system from the back end. So the Oracle database already Oracle given for Fusion system where we can extract the data from them using the query in the BIP reports like that.
Okay. So there is no point here
No,
like having a
separately,
high.
no importance or nothing here.
Okay.
Integration specialist importance will be there whenever client using some 2-3 systems integrated each other. But DBS, we don't have any dependency here in Fusion utilization.
So in real-time EBS, like DBS will have access to
Correct.
create providing these roles and responsibilities, right, from
Correct.
backend.
Correct. IDM or different ways. See, that's what. Compare it to EBS and Fusion, why customers running towards Fusion is the ease of handling the system. They don't require huge resources of different verticals or
Correct.
the ease of accessing the application. Everything is ready-madely built in. So you don't require any additional things to handle like EBS.
Okay.
But
And
how to avoid?
Yeah, anyone, please.
yeah, sorry. I have another question. What is the ideal time of login?
Ideal time for login means I didn't get.
Like for suppose if we are using some application, like when we log in and we are not touching anything, after some time it will get log out, right?
Acha, in the Fusion application you're asking, huh?
Yes, yeah.
See, automatically log out in the sense it might be something around 5 minutes or something like that. Even I have not tested any time.
Or like in ABS, we have ICX session timeout, like it is
We
30
don't
minutes.
have any configuration that which we can do.
Ah,
Like,
yes, yes.
yeah.
So same in Fusion also, we have 30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So I can see question in the chat board here, which UI will be working during training, classic, responsive? Rahul, it will be all the three, Rahul. I'm going to explain you the transactions from all the three perspectives in classic, in responsive, and in Redwood. See, now the responsive slowly moved towards Redwood. There is no responsive, slowly all were moved to Redwood. Classic and Redwood we have as such in the system. So we will be covering from both. See, whatever the transaction you're performing remains same. Either you do it from classic or responsive or Redwood. Transaction remains same, but the look and feel will be different. So I will be explaining what is the Redwood difference and what is classic UI, how it looks differently. Okay. And I can see a question from Monica Shamala. What is
Yes.
that question? I can see in Springboard sub-functionality, what we call sub-functionalities, we call it as this is functional area, this is sub-functional area, and within that, whatever we have, we call them as tasks or items. Here, you're asking about this, right? New person, and then what we call them. You can call them as tasks, TASKS. Okay. And you can have how the server for practice. That's what RFI told. Server will be given to you. We have a time limit on the day one, as we told. People who enrolled on day one, we given 7 months server access to them. Usually it will be 5 months. And whom, the person by name, are we going to cover ORC module? ORC, we have separate training. We don't cover in this particular program, but ORC, we have a separate program for 50 hours where we will cover recruiting cloud, onboarding, journeys. Okay. These all things, workforce modeling, these we will cover in ORC course separately. Okay. Good practice is to create a single user for an employee. Obviously, usually Naveen, single account for a single employee is what in any organization the companies will practice. But we also have a provision that as such someone asking, we can create multiple accounts also. That's what. Okay. So I'll conclude here for today, team. We'll join back tomorrow and we'll continue. So if anyone had to complete the registrations, please do complete, team. So already we created a separate meeting link for tomorrow's session. Only in the WhatsApp community who enrolled today will be shared with that one. Probably I think today few of you who requested team shared the meeting link to you today also. But from tomorrow, only who registered, because that link we will not change. Last 3 days you are getting the links in the WhatsApp. From tomorrow, whatever the link we are going to share, that will be for next 3 months. We cannot change that every day, team. Every day you can attend the same link. So that link we have generated, team. Only enrolled in that community, whoever added, you will be getting that link. So any 1 or 2 participants in the crew, if you are not attended, please complete that registration so that from tomorrow you can join the sessions, team. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, team. Let's join back in the next session and we'll continue.